Okay, well, better late than never.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry
Oh,
about that, everybody. We're a bit late there. My my laptop, I had to bring my laptop upstairs and opened it 0%, and I was like, oh no, I have to charge everything. And but now here we are, and we've got this lady here, Michella CurlyFragrance. So,
CurlyFragrance
oh,
here.
CurlyFragrance, absolutely bonkers to have you on. We've obviously been chatting for a little while, and we've spoken about fragrances and things like that, and obviously first came into doing this on Instagram, and now you're trying to take
Yes.
over YouTube.
Well, it's because of the people. I didn't even want it to go on YouTube.
All right, so
Like, yeah.
it's our fault, is it? I'm so sorry. So sorry to have brought you on here,
No, it's totally cool. It's cool that I've met you and you are giving me tips and how to be better and stuff like that. So I'm really glad I met you.
I'm really glad I met you. That is, wow. That's an emotional punch straight off the bat. Thank you.
Bam.
It's just like, ow. No, it's lovely. It's lovely to have you on here. And as I've said, the people I'm looking in the future, who's going to probably dominate this format are people like you and people like Matt, Georgia Gent. Yeah. When, like the old fragcom homies like me and all the rest of us, we die out and disappear. It's going to be people like you who are going to be, carrying the fragcom on. So I don't know if my internet connection is terrible today. Probably is. What can you do? I don't know what to do. It's actually so bad, and I've tried my best to do everything that I possibly can. But there's just nothing I can do. So everybody's just gonna have to deal with it. To be completely honest, I think that people are clicking on here not to see me; they're more clicking on to see you. So just look at her and just listen to me, okay? So it'll be all right. Anyway, summer fragrances, long-lasting summer fragrances.
Yes.
Do they exist?
Yeah. They do, but not so much. And if they don't last long, I make them last long.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Which we're going to talk about as well, because you've taught me the ways. You've taught me the Jedi ways of making a fragrance last longer. So
I did. I hope you enjoyed it.
It is good. I've tried it out on this, and it has worked a treat. Yeah, it's worked a treat. At first, I did I just did the thing where you just put the oil on.
Exactly.
But now I've graduated, and I've been doing that, and I've put the molecule on. Yeah.
Exactly.
So there you go.
How long did you got out of it?
I got a lot longer. I got considerably about 3 or 4 more hours.
Yes, nice.
Good projection. So what we're talking about here is, I might even do a little demonstration. So one of the fragrance, and we'll probably do like a separate video, a video where people can actually see me. And I'm not just a million like 4 pixels or something. I don't know what to do. It's ridiculous. People are like, oh my God, your internet connection sucks. And I'm like, well, you do something about it. I don't know what to do. I'm the fragrance apprentice, not the internet provider. I'm not the bandwidth apprentice. I don't know these things.
Exactly. So, are people chatting now then?
Yes, they are, yeah.
Oh.
Can you not see on the, so...
Do I need to click on chat?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Hang on a second.
Right. Oh. Oh, now I see. Yeah, I'm new to this. So...
You're doing great. Here we go. Oh, it's not that bad. People are freaking out over nothing. All right, fine. I'm a little bit odd and gravely, but I'm not that bad. She's gone. Don't believe it. She disappeared on me. Not the first woman to have done that. Anyway, I have to message her. But Michella taught me a way how to make fragrances last a lot longer. So we're going to hopefully show you how to do that. But I'm also going to be talking about some fragrances that actually do last longer on me. See, I'm looking at my own internet. I'm looking a lot better. Maybe it was Michella doing my vibe. So one of them is this. This is Rose Barbare by Francis Kojan, and it's kind of more a nighttime summer fragrance. But I think that it's really, really quite long lasting on me, and I always wear it. It's like I'm not even a big rose fan, but hang on a second, we're having technical difficulties here. Hang on, it's not letting me add you back. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was all about. So, yeah, Rose Barbera is one that's actually always done very well on me, and it's always lasted a very long time, and it's a great summer fragrance, or summer nighttime fragrance, which is the best. Don't know what's happened to Michella. I have no idea. So I might. No, I'm not going to restart it. It'll be fine. So the second. Okay, so let's get this obvious one out of the way. This is a fragrance that does last long, but a lot of people have been saying to me recently that the latest version of Aventus is actually like a lot weaker than it was, and so that really kind of sucks, which is not great. Okay, I don't know what to do here because I can see that Michella is in the backstage, but it says device is not connected, so I can't even connect her. So don't know what to do about that. I might just have to ring her. I might just have to ring her. Hang on a second. Darling, I don't know what to tell you here. I can see that you're on, but it just says device is not connected, so I just can't add you. It won't let me add you. So I don't know what to do. See if you can get on your laptop or something like that. Figure it out. You'll be fine. So yeah, Aventus is something that does last a ridiculous amount of time on me, but you don't know what to do there. Probably a fragrance that has lasted a long time on me this year has been Colonia Pura. This one, of course, is something I've talked about a lot. Ridiculous amount, but it's just absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. My Aventus year is about 2016 now, 2017. Yeah, 2017. And these days, I don't know. I think Michella's gone. Brilliant. Thanks, Michella. You got everybody in, and then that was the plan. Just get everybody in, and then just leave it to me. So, George, just a quick question. Bought 1 million at the fragrance. Oh, God. Okay. I'll try something. She's working on it. Okay. But yeah. Your friend didn't like that one. No, Acqua di Palma Pura did not like that one, which was such a shame. I don't know. Like, compliment-wise, I've had mixed results with Pura. That is true. Like, I don't know. I just really I like Pura so much, and I just kind of wear it for me. And it's funny because I thought that Pura was kind of similar to Hermes Eau de Merveille, but obviously not. They can get very, very different reactions. Very different reactions. So don't know what that's all about. And another one, which Alicia certainly did like, is this one. This has been a great long-lasting summer fragrance on me, Prada Carbon. You know, this is a fragrance that I'm glad that I've brought back to the sort of the fragcom in a way. I've brought it back into sort of a little bit more of a respectable place than just another Dior Sauvage clone, because obviously that's what I thought. Like it's not that. It's so much more than that. You know, it's good. So you know, Rich Mitch has gotten even more nuts since I left. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Prada Carbon is fabulous. So Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, to be exact. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show what Michella kind of showed me how to do to make fragrances last longer. And oh man, I'm sweating buckets here. It's so freaking hot up here. So I don't know if I'll be able to open this. Hey, where's Curly? Technical problems. So this is great. This is like, what is this called? This is Owl. It's a specific brand. Abdul Samed Al Qureshi on eBay. And you put a little bit on your skin, and this is the bergamot oil that they've got. Damn, that's quite nice. And then you put a bit of Molecular 1 on, which is basically just ISOE Super. I love Molecular 1. Right, I'm going to have to just... Right, Michella, mate, I love you, but this is what's happening. I'll show you. I'm just going to have to show her what's going on. That is what's going on. It says device is not connected. So that's all I'm seeing. I can't physically add you. There we go. That is what's going on. Scent. Speaking of scent, let's talk about scent. Let's talk about Gentleman Givenchy cologne. So I put the bergamot stuff on my wrist, and now I've put the Molecular 1, and now you put this on, and that is so much more powerful. That is legitimately so much more powerful straight off the opening. And yeah, basically now, oh, I don't know. Oh, I hate it. You hate it when I do this, don't you? I hate it when I'm patting. But patting ain't bad. Patting's not a bad deal. And yeah, especially on this wrist, that's a lot stronger. So thank you for that, Michelle. So you can put that on. You can put that on with things like light blue and all that kind of stuff, like really aquatic kind of citrus stuff. Yeah, my connection is dropping again, but what can you do? What can you do? Right, well, we had other stuff to do, but unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to be able to do that because Kelly's not here. Brilliant. So, hang on, have I sent that? Hang on. Sorry about this. I'm sorry that this has been a bit of a slight bit of a, well, not, I wouldn't say a disaster, but it's been not how we wanted it to go down. Why is that not? There we go. There we go. Cool. So, yeah. Oh, she's done it. You've done it.
I better not click on any buttons right now.
No. My God.
Yeah, I'm not going to look in the comments. I'm not going to push that button again.
Did you see? Have you seen the thumbnail of this video? It's you. I mean, God, it was so difficult picking a nice photo of you. It's so difficult picking a decent photo of you. I'm kidding.
Oh, thank you.
But you're on the freaking thumbnail, and I was like, oh God.
Oh, I saw because I was looking at you for a bit live, and I was like, oh my God, this poor guy, I need to get back on. What do I need to do? And I tried, and then I shut my phone down, and I was like, okay, I need to restart it, and now I'm back again. And I was like, okay, and now I'm here. I'm not gonna push any buttons.
Yes.
Because that always goes wrong.
Yeah, well, her quality is like night and day in compared to George. Well, mate, send me a fucking donation. I'll upgrade my internet speed. Nothing I can freaking do about it. I've had this problem for months. Either learn to live with it or get out. That's basically how I'm going to have to deal with this. Right. So I managed to show them the whole entire tutorial of what to do. I think I got it right. It's the bergamot oil.
Yeah.
Right. It's the bergamot oil. And then you put on the molecular 1, and then it's the fragrance that you want. Is that correct?
Kinda. Only I do it. It's in a different. You do the oil, then the fragrance, and then the molecule. But I think if you put the molecule first and then the fragrance, or somewhere else, no, I don't think it matters so much. I don't think it matters so much. Because eventually it get blended in there together, so they can have a big party right there.
A big party, nice one. No, it's good, and yeah, it's actually nice, and you can definitely tell that sort of lasts long. I was talking about some of the fragrances that I consider that don't, like on their own, long-lasting summer fragrances. I think you'll be far more qualified because you have a lot more Arabian-inspired. I love like more. Well, that's not quite true. I wish I got more into Arabian styles of fragrance because they're out there making some very wild and very creative stuff. And if people don't know Michella, or this is the first time they've seen her, one of the cool things about her Instagram and about her YouTube is that she really is into Arabian styles of fragrance more than Western, if that's right.
Yeah, that's correct. Oh, that's definitely correct. Yeah.
So there's not a lot of people I know in this game who actually have a genuine love and affection for like hardcore, apart from like Exotic Scents, who's brilliant, Joy Amin,
Yeah.
But you're very knowledgeable on that stuff, so that's good. But you do like your own, you do like your cheeky sort of Creed and Chanel and stuff like that every now and then, right?
Yeah, of course. Not so much into Creed. I only like I'm not gonna break your heart. I only like Aventus, not so much Millésime Imperial. I'm sorry. Hey. But I think now they're just overpriced a bit.
Yeah.
A bit much.
I'm just processing that information. I'm just wondering, how far this friendship can go now. If you don't even love good old Millie. Go on.
We still like Black Flag. We still have that in common.
Right. Well, when we go to the Caribbean and do top 10 pirate scents, I will be wearing Aventus. Exactly. I'll be wearing Millésime Imperial, and I'll be like, but the fruits, watermelons, fruits, right? And that's the whole gig. So I think that Millésime Imperial would be a cool pirate scent. You told me that was so interesting because you were like, okay, let's assume that the Caribbean thing might not happen for a long while. What would your top 3 pirate scents be right now?
Top 3 pirate scents?
Yeah. You told me one yesterday that was interesting.
Oh, pure malt.
Pure malt.
Of course.
Okay.
Because you have to smell like, booze, whiskey.
Sure.
But they drink rum more, so maybe Straight to Heaven. Then everybody can be sexy on the ship.
Well, you can all do that. I'll be reading a book. Go for it.
Yeah. So Straight to Heaven. Because
Yeah.
I think pirates, they need to smell like booze, you know. So Straight to
Yes.
Heaven.
Yeah.
Pure malt.
Mm-hmm.
And Tiziana Terenzi Ursa. There's also tobacco in it, and booze, and patchouli, and oud. Oh, we got the whole party right there.
Yeah. I would take it a different kind of level. I think Straight to Heaven is probably definitely something I'd see, or maybe Dolce & Gabbana 1 Intense, the new one that came out this year. Because to me, that smells like Straight to Heaven. That smells super like Straight to Heaven.
Really? Which one?
Yeah.
Dolce & Gabbana?
Yeah. Hang on. Where is it?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Oh, you're making me get up now.
Sorry.
Right, and we can talk about this as well in a minute. I didn't like it as much. I'm sorry. Here it is. I've updated and upgraded my chair, so now it's just like difficult and wrestling to get into it. Okay, so this one.
Okay, black bottle.
That one does smell like Straight to Heaven for me, and I mean it's very, very cardamom based. And I saw some reviews actually online, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, well." There were two people actually who were like, "It smells like Straight to Heaven," and I thought, "Why would a D&G the One fragrance smell like Straight to Heaven?" And then it did, and I was like, "Okay."
Ooh.
It's very different. It's very different from like the One. So that's really cool. It's nice. Very cool. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna check it out.
Definitely, because I know that you're into the more sort of boozier, kind of woody fragrances and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I'd say, okay, Straight to Heaven, Milicia Imperiale, I would, because I just love Milicia Imperiale. Or, you know what, I might wear Sean John Unforgivable, because Sean John Unforgivable is Milicia Imperiale, but it also has that party vibe, and it has the rum vibe as well. So that could be something that's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, maybe Oud Wood.
Yeah.
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 Potentially
Definitely.
Oud Wood. I'd be able to see that.
In the air, Oud Wood has a kind of fresh kind of a vibe.
Yes.
Up close, it's very harsh, but in the air, it's so nice and manly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So that's probably what I would do. Okay, cool. Let me just see the comments. I'm just guessing it's just everybody going, "Oh, it's George. Why can't George have a good internet connection? Why can't George?" Oh, here we go. Shout out to the dial-up apprentice. Amazing. It's like, what do these people want me to like? It's ridiculous. It's like they want these guys want everything. They want me to talk about fragrances, and they want a good. All right, fine. You guys are right. I'll try and figure something out next time I stream. I'll figure something out. Anything. I just don't know. It's just, you know, I've got Wi-Fi. It's a good signal. What do you want? Unless I stream like right next to the router.
But with what do you have your camera? I have it with my phone.
I have my laptop. It's kind of an older laptop now. It's like 4 or 5 years old.
That's it. That's why it's not good.
You sure?
No, I have no idea. I just pushed the button and I was away.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll figure something out, because for the love of God, I'm sick of, like, I have PTSD coming off these things now, because as soon as I go onto live streams, it's just like, "Oh, why is your internet so bad?" And I'm like, "Don't you want to hear me talk about fragrance?" No, your internet sucks. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. I know. Terrible. So what long-lasting fragrances summer fragrances do you have and do you enjoy?
Montal, Intense Pepper.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. What do I have more? Let me check. I have a new closet. I put it together myself. It's not so good, but because look, I still have like an opening here, but hey, I'm a girl. I try it. So I can get away with because just saying like I'm a girl. I tried.
Yeah.
What do I have more? Oh, this one. But it's an Arabian fragrance. Yas Musk.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
leave. It doesn't
It doesn't
come off.
leave.
No. It
Even if you
stays.
ask it to, it's like, no, I'm not going anywhere, mate.
No, it's not going to go anywhere. It's like, no, I'm staying with you. Together we're strong.
Okay, cool.
What do I have more? Oh, of course. Holidays. Mancera.
Nice.
Doesn't come off. And it bites your skin. Don't put it in your neck.
No.
Burns. Burns the shit out of you.
Burns.
What do I have more? Which is summery. What do I have more? Let me check my top shelf. And
We're getting serious now, are we?
No, it's not so serious. There's the, how do you call this? Designer is not so serious.
Oh right,
Sorry.
I thought the top shelf was like. It's
No,
time
everybody
to bring
is
out
on
the
Instagram.
weapons.
Everybody's telling me like, "Oh, what is on your top shelf?" I'm like, just designers. This should be my top shelf, all Arabian fragrances. But I'm kind of short and I can't look so good, so I was like, well, let's let that be top shelf.
Yes, I get you.
What a fake Creed. It's a good summer fragrance.
It is a good summer fragrance. Oh.
Sorry, that is fake. I'm not gonna buy a 300 something, which isn't good anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the point, isn't it? If it was good, I'd be like,
I would buy it. I don't care.
Like, come on. But no.
No.
And now that they're sold, that's only going to get worse. It is only going to get worse. I mean, I'm not going to lie. My latest bottle of Millésime Imperial, because I go through like a Millésime Imperial once a year. So I'm just like rinsing through it. So I, on average, have to buy Millie once a year. And this is the year where I was like, are you guys serious?
Yeah.
This isn't good. But Alicia did like it. Alicia preferred it to Milestone, which everybody's going on about.
It is a good fragrance. It is I like it. It's a good fragrance, but it's not worth the money. That's what I have with Millésime Imperial. That's why, and that is why I don't like it. Then I'm like, no. Have you checked this one out? Let me see. The Gate Fragrances, First Sight.
No.
This one lasts also. It smells like a mojito, citrusy mojito lemonade. I think you will like this one.
That does sound like my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll send it over. What do I have more? Well, no, mostly I have like really oud fragrances. Yeah, this is a freshie. Kajal Dahab. It also lasts, but I sprayed like 50 times, so maybe that's why it lasted.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. If I want something to last, I use the oil and the fragrance, spraying like 50 times also on my clothes and in my hair, and then molecule over it, and I'm like, yeah, good to go.
I remember the first time I saw you on Instagram, and I remember, first of all, I was like, dear God, who is that? And the second thing that I thought was, you started spraying, and then you kept spraying, and then you kept spraying, and it made me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and, and you were like, because you have that, like, it's like you have the, and then you...
Yeah. It needs to look funny. I can't be like...
Oh, no, no.
It makes me happy. I'm like, woo!
Yeah,
Let's have a party.
It was the one where you were grinning, and I was like, this is so difficult to watch, but like I couldn't stop watching, and I was like, what? I was like, that is a freaking trip, right? And then I saw more videos of you, and it was all the same thing. It was like the overspraying kind of gig. I just thought, okay, I better just ask this lady how she's so brave, because I couldn't do that. Well, I have to do that with some fragrances. I have to do that with Millésime Imperial. Now, like this year, I've had to do like 20 to 30 sprays of fragrance, you know, like to get like anything, and that does suck.
Yeah. And I think a fragrance with that high price, you shouldn't have to spray 20 or 30 to make it project or anything. It should be good. If it's that price, it should be good. You should spray, well, at least 10, 8 or 10, and then you're fine. But not 20 or 30 to make it project more. That's just too much.
Sure. No, I get you.
Yeah.
So I think that, I don't know, the Maison Francis Kurkdjian fragrances, especially the more oily ones like Aqua Universalis and things like that, they have like a lot of oil concentration.
Yeah.
And so I actually get a good amount of projection longevity from them. But so I like them. But I also wanted to ask you, and this is something I'll probably talk about, what are the guilty fragrances that you've been wearing this summer, as in like really dark and dingy fragrances that you shouldn't really be wearing in summer?
Oud Satin Mood.
You wear Oud Satin Mood in the summer.
High heat. I don't care. If I want to wear it, I wear it. And I hear people on the internet saying like, oh, a half a spray. And I'm like, half a spray. 10 in a high heat. I don't care. Yeah, well, if you would be in Dubai, it is very normal. Then you are in the desert and everybody smells of oud there. So why not here? Just people are not used to it.
Yeah.
So yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I wear fragrances for myself. I even get compliments then.
Well,
you will. So bad, I think.
You'll get compliments from about 2 miles away with that kind of spraying thing in Dubai. But to be fair,
yeah, it was far away.
Yeah, they're just hollering at you. It's like, yeah, you smell good.
Right?
Yeah. But like, I remember when I was working in fragrance, and the Arabians would come over and they would buy things, and they would buy deep and dark fragrances so that they would go back to Dubai or Abu Dhabi, Emirates and places of that nature, luxurious kind of Arabian places. And they would be taking with them really, really dark, dingy, intense oud fragrances that just, some of them smell like horse manure, right? And they're spraying that in like, I don't know, 40, 50 degree heat. And it's funny because when that was happening, I just kind of thought, okay, well, that's how that is, and what can you do? But here in the YouTube Fragcom world, we are very much like, okay, we stick to the strict kind of thing of, in summer you wear fragrances to cool you down, and in winter you wear fragrances to warm you up. That's the sort of the mentality of Western fragrance fanatics. But in the East, they're like, I don't care. Do you think it's like a status? Do you think it's like a status thing? Like they want to wear really, really overpowering shit to just get noticed? And what do you think that is?
I've been there. I've been in Dubai, and oud there smells different than it smells here.
Sure.
I don't know. It has this amazing smell in the air when people smell of oud there. It gives me a clean kind of a vibe. It's not even cloying or anything. No. But in here, I don't know, maybe the weather and the air is different here, that it is really cloying, but there it is very airy because it's the desert. And here it's, when it is warm here, it is very, I don't know how do you say it, damp? You know what I mean?
It's there is a word for it, humidity, very high humidity.
Yes, that. So when it's warm here, it is very humid, and there it's not. So maybe that's why it's the difference. Maybe.
That's funny. That is funny because, like in Britain, we have some of the worst humidity in the world. For like when it's really hot in Britain, you feel like depressed because it's just so sluggish, and you just feel like, oh my god, like. And I'm guessing that because the Netherlands isn't that far away.
It's the same.
Like a similar, pretty much the same.
Yeah.
When I went to Amsterdam was kind of like the Midlands. It had like the same sort of temperature as like the Midlands of England. Had a similar vibe because like, I just got that same kind of vibe. I'm not saying that I was in Amsterdam thinking this is Birmingham. You won't probably know what Birmingham is. It's a very depressing city. Amsterdam's far better than Birmingham. Don't worry. Or Wolverhampton. Sweet Christ. But yeah, so like it was a really, really legit and fun experience. you know. But what I think is that, yes, you're right, in that sort of like things like Mediterranean places like Italy and Spain to a degree and things like that, they have a lot lower humidity, so you can probably get away with wearing darker and deeper stuff.
Yeah, that's what I think, because I have smelled oud in such high temperatures. It was like, how do you say that? 40 to 50 degrees? Do you say degrees?
Yes.
We say graden. Okay. But it was so hot that you even, I don't know why, but on my tattoo, it's getting much worse because I think it's black. And I was like, oh, I really feel my flesh burning. And still, oud smells nice there.
Nice.
So, yeah. So that's why I think it's different. But still, yeah, if I want to wear oud, I wear oud in the summer.
Yeah.
I really wear what I like.
Yes.
I've done a top 10 summer fragrances, and it's summer right now. I haven't worn one. I think.
What's going on there then? Come on, either stick to it or don't.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to wear the fresh ones. I want to wear a oud one.
Yeah.
I have grabbed a couple of fresher ones when I really wanted to feel fresh, but mostly the stronger ones. Yeah.
Nice.
I love it. Yeah.
No, good. So what do you think about like more sort of traditional kind of summer fragrances, things like just like light blue and YSL Y and really?
Love it, yeah.
You're not a snob about it.
I want to buy it soon. I want to get more into designers a little bit. I really love it. Yeah. They're good. They're mass appealing, mass pleasers.
Mass appealing, yeah. Mass appealing.
Yeah, they're really pleasers. Yeah, so it's good. But I want people to overspray them because I want to smell them.
Right.
Yeah. 5 sprays ain't gonna do it in where we live.
Oh no.
No.
When I put on like light blue, it's just sort of like a death sentence for the bottle because I'm just like bam, 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 and it's like there's also another mentality of the more that you're spraying, the better it is. Well, you're just like you just spray and overspray, and you just don't really care. But for me, I'm like I don't want to. I remember hearing something in fragrance sales where they were like, if you overspray, it's like body odor, right? It can smell, well, it's like BO as in maybe you're taking it too far. So be selective and go only like 4, 5, 6 sprays and then you're done. How do you feel about that?
What do you... No, it's bullshit.
Well, thank God you weren't at that lecture at work, would you? You'd have been like...
Yeah. I would be like, what? You would never finish one bottle. Like, what? Just
That's
4?
True.
No.
Just 4.
No, but I think people... Maybe it's mean to say, but I work in fitness. So I have people around me. I would never have guessed.
Hey, wow. Hey, I don't.
What?
I don't work in... I know you can't believe it, right? I know you can't believe it. I know that it's stunning. I know that you're like, whoa, George, I thought that you were a personal trainer by those popping 6-pack abs and the... But no, I don't. So yes, please tell me. This is some exciting stuff.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you something. And I don't want to be mean to anyone. But I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, no.
The people who liked my fragrances mostly wear fragrances themselves. And they like it. The people who don't like to smell me, they say like, oh, you stink like perfume, you're wearing too much. They smell like body odor. When I smell sweat and it's not so clean. So I'm like, maybe that's why you don't like fragrances so much, because you're more into the people's fragrance that they create themselves, like sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so mostly, no, actually, all those people, they didn't like my fragrances, or they said, oh, it's too much, and I don't, and you stink, and I'm like, oh no, I don't stink. Fragrances cannot stink, to my nose.
No.
You are the one who smells a bit. Yeah.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, but that's the truth.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that is... So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it depends on the person itself. And one of the things that people people misunderstand and don't get is that with fragrances change on different people. Right? And
yeah,
you're looking doubtful there. You're looking doubtful because I can tell you that's true. That is absolutely true. Like, yeah. And so that's kind of like bizarre because on like what do you think? What's your most complimented fragrance of all time? Like the fragrance that people just go like absolutely nuts over when you wear it.
Holidays, Mancera Holidays.
Mancera Holidays,
really? Every time, yeah. I don't even like to wear it that much.
Really?
People love it on me. People follow me, and it's a fresh one.
I mean, that's a lawsuit if they're following you, but just to warn
I'm like,
you.
Stop following me.
Yeah. No. But I think that's okay. So I've never smelled. I think I've never smelled Mancera. I smelled a lot of the Manceras when I was working in Selfridges, and they had a lot of Mantels and Manceras, but I'm not actually familiar with that. I don't think I've ever personally worn it. For me, it's Dior Homme. Dior Homme is the one. And it's like, it is ridiculous. To the point where, like, it's kind of like what you said. I'm not that bothered. Well, I've grown to love Dior Homme. But when I started wearing, I started wearing Dior Homme and I thought this smells like a ridiculous lipsticky piece of rubbish, right? I didn't quite get it. It's only when people started complimenting me when I wore it, and it's by far like I'll have, and people misunderstand this as well. I just want to clear something up because people are like, oh George, you always say that you're getting like compliments and stuff. It's like not really. It's more that people know that I'm into fragrance. And so whenever I actually see my friends and they notice that I'm wearing a new fragrance, they'll talk about it because they know that I'll probably be talking about it on YouTube as well. So it's like if I wasn't into fragrance and my friends didn't know that I wasn't into fragrance, I probably wouldn't get as many compliments as I do. That's an absolute fact. Or mentions or discussions about fragrance. People discuss fragrance with me, you know, who are my friends and who know me. Rather than necessarily compliment me. But Dior Homme and Aventus are the fragrances that get me the most attention from people that don't know me and don't know that I'm into fragrance. But Dior Homme is the fragrance that has really got me some insane attention. And it wasn't until I actually started getting compliments that I really started to enjoy Dior Homme. It's kind of like what we've talked about with fitness, where it's like, okay, this fucking sucks, but the results will get you through, right? The results will get you through. And so
definitely.
The results of Dior Homme got me in the end to give in and go, oh, okay, fine, I like it, you know. And now I really do like it. I do genuinely like it, you know. So it's
How many sprays you go on Dior Homme then?
I do go a lot because I do, I don't know, like 10.
Okay, yeah, good.
I hope that you're proud of me.
I'm proud of you. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah. You know, I saw that traumatizing video with your smile going like that, and I just thought I got to go. I got to feed this. You know.
Just go through with it. Just do it.
It was good. Yeah. So, what do you think about Dior Homme? You prefer Dior Homme Parfum, don't you? And Dior Homme Intense and all that.
No, Dior Homme Intense is my favorite. Dior Homme Parfum is a beast, and that's why I like it. But I don't know if you can overspray that. Never tried. Maybe it's not so good then. But Dior Homme, it's on my buying list too. I also love that one. But I love lipsticky notes. I love the smell of lipstick. I love the iris.
I'm surprised that you haven't put Dior Homme already then, if that's what you like. Because it does just smell like lipstick. No. Oh my God, we've got Curly Scents and CurlyFragrance. Is the world going to end? Is the world going to end? Pina, oh my God, thank you so much. Pinya, I got to catch up with you soon. I've missed speaking to you. I really have.
I can't read the comments though, so because else maybe I'm go away again. So just saying.
Okay, well, Curly Sense is waving, and
waving back then.
Okay, because can we talk about this? Can we talk about this story that you told me about why you're called CurlyFragrance?
Of course, do.
Because because both you and Andrea are my dear friends, and I had to have this discussion with both of you separately, and I was like, "Do you know about each other?" But then you told me why you're called CurlyFragrance, and it actually makes a lot of sense. So, go for it.
Well, I only wanted to be on Instagram. I didn't want to go on YouTube, first of all. And I couldn't figure out a name.
Well, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it kind of does.
Yeah.
But I didn't know a name. And so I was. People call me Curly, butt, big butt in real life. Well, big butt
fragrances would have got you attention.
It sounds maybe, yeah. But it was like, no, let's.
That sounds more like a username for an OnlyFans account, to be honest. But
so I was like, okay. And I always watch Jeremy Fragrance. He is the one who got me into fragrances. So what I could think of was, CurlyFragrance sounds nice. And I knew
Jeremy Fragrance.
Yeah, but I knew Curly Sense was on YouTube, but it was not my plan to go on YouTube. So I was like, I'm gonna be CurlyFragrance on Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, a year later, I'm on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, yeah, well, that's my name now. So
yeah. Well, whoopsie do. Yeah. Well, both of you are very lovely people and wonderful. But I got it when you told me that basically it was kind of named after sort of Jeremy in a way, or kind of like, remember when Jeremy was good? Sorry, I shouldn't have gone there. But you remember when Jeremy was like not nuts, and he was an incredibly influential character. So remember those days? Oh man, I hope that he's doing okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't think anybody does anymore. So yeah, it's basically you love Jeremy Fragrance, you're called Curly, so you want to call it CurlyFragrance on the back of Jeremy Fragrance. So yeah, clever. If there were two Curlys, will they tangle up? Who knows? That could be a collaboration. I mean, I'd love that collaboration. The two Curlys unite, be a bigger crossover than Marvel's Avengers, as far as I'm concerned.
That would be cool, though. Yeah.
That would be very cool. Yeah. So, Pinya, so lovely to see you. I will Instagram you after this, and I'll say hello and everything. But yeah. So we're on 49 minutes. I'm happy to do probably, it's up to you as well, what you're happy to do, but I'm maybe happy to do probably 20, 25 more minutes. Sure. Cool. So about an hour and 15 would be good. So that would be great. Cool. So I don't know. I'm looking for the comments. The comments are all wild. Okay. Oh God, it always is. It's these freaking live streams, man. Absolutely mental. So there we go. I'm trying to think because there was something I was gonna. No, I asked you about the most complimented. You're most complimented, and it's holidays, isn't it? It's holidays. Yeah, I don't even like it so much. I'll have to check that out. You get compliments. It leans a bit feminine. It leans more on the feminine side, but my dad wore it, and my best friend, I gave him a 5 milliliter decant. I hand over decants from holidays all the time because I don't wear it so much. But people come back to me and they say, "Oh my God, you just get compliments every day," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. People like it. Everyday compliment life. Everybody compliments you. It doesn't matter if you're a guy, a girl, if you're a dog." I don't know. Everybody will compliment you. Yeah. Then you're in. Exactly. Nice. Well, that's pretty cool. Yes, Pinya is amazing. Very, very good friend of mine. So, what do you think about fragrances? Have you smelled any of the sort of the newer fragrances this year? Well, in fact, no, we talked about this, didn't we? We talked about this.
Yeah,
This
you
is your
don't
favorite
like it.
one, isn't it?
It's my favorite code. How can you not like it?
Well, I'll tell you how. I'll show you the way. I think that the opening is like pretty sick. It's like it's cool. The opening's cool as hell. But it's a bit. It's a bit like popcorn.
Let me get it on my hand. Popcorn.
Popcorn.
I don't hope you mess it up for me now that I also smell popcorn. I hope.
Oh no! Okay, all right. Well, hang on a minute. I don't mean to freak you out.
No.
Freak you out here.
Maybe your popcorn in England, Great Britain, where you live, maybe their popcorn smells like that. Oh, our popcorn, it really smells amazing. I want it to be a fragrance. Every time I go to the cinema and I walk there and I smell the popcorn that they make, it doesn't smell like popcorn. It has something with oud and leather or something. I smell that in the air and I was like, oh, nice. I want that. You get popcorn in the opening?
Not in the opening. The opening's amazing. Opening's like my gig. The opening is totally my gig. I'm just like, I'm there for it. But then like 2 minutes like after, I mean, I don't hate it at all. It's just not what I expected. It's got a really cool fruit opening. And then it's like, and then as it chills down, there is like a sort of a woody kind of like popcorn thing. And I'm like, listen, I love popcorn. I love the cinema, obviously, but like, it's not. I get it now. Yeah. Yes.
It smells kind of like popcorn.
I didn't mean to ruin it for you. But do you get
No, you didn't ruin it. I still like it. But I know now, indeed, in the opening, it's amazing. I'm like, oh, how can this smell like popcorn?
The opening's like legit.
And then it dies down, and I'm like,
yes. Yeah.
But it's not really. I have smelled other fragrances that are really popcorn. Oh, it's disgusting. I'm like, how can you? It needs to be fragrance-ish. You know, there's also. Have you tried Montal Chocolate Greedy?
Yeah.
Have you smelled that?
Yeah.
I cannot wear that. I'm like, you really smell like you go into a chocolate cookie or something. It's not nice. It's just you smell like you work in a fabric.
Yes.
Where they make chocolate cookies. And it's not bad, but it's not sexy or that I want to bite in it or anything. It has to be fragrance smell-ish. And this is still fragrance smell-ish, but the more I smell this, the more I smell it, the more I get popcorn. But it's nice. It's a nice popcorn.
It's the good popcorn. What do you think of this?
It's a fragrance popcorn. Haven't tried it. Don't know how it smells.
It's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah?
It's pretty unbelievable, yeah. It's so creative. It's like really artistic and really clever, yeah. Yeah.
Is it long lasting and very powerful?
I'd say it's pretty powerful, yeah. I'd say it's pretty powerful. Yeah, it's something that's wild and something that is needed in the designer game right now. I'm asking all these banging questions and George ignores them. Bro.
Okay, get to the questions, George.
Well, Luke isn't asking questions to me. He's asking to you. He's saying, Michella, what is your favorite fragrance for matching out on a bench press?
Oh, for a bench press. Oh, it has to be a dominant one. It has to be intense pepper. Montal intense pepper. It has to be fresh and dominant. Intense pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one. I've never tried that one.
Yeah, maybe really don't wear it while you're going to work out because you will choke yourself out because it is a Montal. It's very strong. And if you're in one place because I've choked myself out a couple of times when I'm bench pressing, you get the whiff of your own fragrance in your mouth. Yeah. And I was like, okay, no. not gonna reapply when I'm about to train. After I'm done, then I'm gonna.
Right. Well, when I'm bench
Made some
pressing 200 kg, which I usually do, I'll just do light blue or intense, and just
Exactly. Yeah. It's much better.
save myself from death.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
could die.
good. Okay. Luke is asking what fragrance to get rid of writer's block. I don't know. Tobacco Vanille, actually, for me. Tobacco Vanille. But I'm only saying Tobacco Vanille probably because Pinya's here, because I met Pinya wearing Tobacco Vanille in Helsinki, and my Tobacco Vanille bottle is over there. And when I smell Tobacco Vanille, I think of Estonia and Helsinki, which is very, very good, good memories. So Toy Boy's pretty good, but it remains to be the best of the bad bunch. I mean, yeah, that's the problem, right? The problem is Toy Boy a good fragrance, or have just all the other fragrance releases been terrible?
Wow.
And and they've been so bad that now Toy Boy's coming out, and it's like, oh my god, wow, is it the best out of a bad bunch? I've thought that as well. Because like some of these releases.
Have you smelled the new Armani then? The Profondo. Have you smelled that one?
Yeah, it's awful.
No, it's not awful. It's kind of good. Maybe it's the feminine nose.
The blue bottle.
Yeah, you have it. You don't like it?
Yeah, I've got like a huge bottle of it. It smells like generic rubbish. It smells like Office for Men, but like even worse and watered down.
Oh, but I haven't smelled Office for Men. Well, but a lot of girls like Office for Men, right?
Yeah.
You've tried it. So maybe that's why I like it too.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Profundo is just not very good. I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
But do you also don't like Office then?
Office is a little bit more straightforward, and Office is a lot more what it is what you get. But of course, the problem with Office is it's ridiculously expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. It's just so mental.
It is ridiculously expensive. It should have been 60 to 80. That's a good price.
Maybe 60. Yeah.
Yeah, 60.
Like more
because
60
the bottle
than
is
80.
Awful. Yeah. The bottle messes it up.
There have been times where I've really enjoyed wearing Office. And it did beat Aventus. It did beat Aventus in that video. Did you see that video? Yeah. And
I've seen it. Yeah. Oh, your face.
That's a classic one. Event, and so Office is well liked, and Office is designed to get compliments, and you do get compliments with it. So like, okay, cool. But then it's like, you're telling me the evaluation of this is 100 and whatever it is. And then it's like, and then Jeremy's asked about it, and he's like, people are like, why is it this price? And his honest answer is, why not? And I'm like, dude, I get it. And I appreciate the confidence in what you're doing. But fuck off. Like, come on. Like, don't be like that, bro. Like,
you know what I think where he is wrong in that?
Yeah.
He did crowdfund that fragrance, right? Just to be sure, he crowdfunded it.
Yeah, he did very well. Did really well.
Yeah, so his fans crowdfunded his fragrance.
Sure.
And then he's selling it back to them with that high of a price, and that's not fair. That's not fair.
It's a bit naughty.
Yeah.
It's a little bit naughty. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you've got things like Why Live. I've got Why Live, and I'm just so impressed with how bad it is. I'm so impressed. Why Live by Yves Saint Laurent.
Oh, okay.
The Why fragrances. Okay. I have never smelt a fragrance that is so impressively boring. It's so boring. And I'm like, how is this so boring? I'm like impressed with how boring it is. I'm like, this can't be this rubbish. It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Right? It's like, wow, that's like insane. How did they do that? And I'm like almost impressed with like how bland and how boring and how generic they made it. So yeah, that's my feeling. What is your favorite sort of recent designer at the moment?
At the moment, Dior Homme Intense. I love it.
Oh, the 2020 version.
Yeah, people are saying it's not so good. It doesn't last so long. I'm like, maybe you do the 1-2 spray. Yeah, then it doesn't gonna last long. But just spray 16. It's good.
Yeah.
Stays. Molecule number 1 over it. You're good to go. Doesn't come off.
Do you feel as though if you overspray a fragrance and the more you spray a fragrance, the better it can be?
Sometimes, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom Ford says it too. Why smell a little good when you can smell a whole lot of good? And I'm like,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's not that with every fragrance. With most designer fragrances, you should overspray.
Yeah,
you should. Else you're not going to get noticed at all. But with, I would say for normal people, a Montal, yeah, you're going to choke people out.
Yeah,
you're going to choke them out.
Yeah.
If you're in a close encounter, if you're just going to be outside on a cold day, you're just going to be in the city, yeah, then overspray. But not when you're going to someone's house. Then don't go 20 sprays with a Montal fragrance.
Don't do it. Don't do
it.
Okay,
no.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I've actually got I'm gonna end this a little bit earlier. Probably going to take it to 5 minutes because I like nice round numbers. So I'll take it to 5 minutes.
Sure.
So that's 2 minutes, and yeah, then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. So long-lasting summer fragrances can exist, and I really appreciate. I did the tutorial near the beginning of this of how to do it, but we'll make a video. We'll make a proper video where I'll show we've got a little thing. An idea for that video of how to do that, so that would be really cool. Anyway, if you want to see more of this fabulous lady, CurlyFragrance, go on to her Instagram where she posts spraying tutorials or overspraying tutorials.
Overspraying tutorials.
Not just spraying tutorials, overspraying. Let's be specific about
this.
It
is. I just want to say it is really a tutorial. I have seen people trying it, but don't spray the whole time around your face. It is really a tutorial. If you spray the whole time around your face, you're going to choke yourself out. You have to spread it evenly. Go to the arms, go to the body, go to the other arm, and then in the hair. But don't go all the time around your neck. You'll cough. You'll choke yourself. Yeah, so
I mean, some people
really
are into that. We don't want to kink shame. It's 2020, right? So cool. Okay. Well, you've got the Instagram and you've also got your YouTube. So just type in CurlyFragrance and you will find Michella. Not to be confused with the equally wonderful Curly Sense, who is Andrea.
Awesome Curly Sense. Yeah.
Yes. Subscribe to both of them. They're both awesome, for goodness sake. Both of them. I love both of them. So, yes. And who knows, maybe we can see a curly, a double curly collaboration one time. And that would be all the curls. It'd be very exciting.
All the curls.
Right.
In one video.
It'd be so curly, it just turns out straight in the end. So, yeah. Right. Well, thanks, everybody. I'm the Fragrance Press, and I will see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.